Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of March 16th, 2015. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Prime Residential Mortgage, here to give you your update. Well, last week, mortgage bonds were finally able to find a level of support and mortgage interest rates stopped moving higher. If you take a look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see the long-term trend had been for bonds to sell off, moving interest rates higher, but then after the big sell-off on the previous Friday's jobs report, the big giant red candle there, we were able to find a level of support. We gapped higher on Monday with the green candle, and then throughout the week the bond was able to move higher, which did move Delaware mortgage rates slightly lower to end the week. So with the short-term trend for bonds to move higher, we're going to recommend carefully floating your Delaware mortgage rate to start the week to see if mortgage bonds can build on this momentum, break through the ceiling of resistance, and move interest rates lower. Now, if we dig into the economic news released last week, the big report was the Producer Price Index, which is a measure of inflation at the wholesale level. That dropped 0.6%. So the headline PPI year over year was actually negative 0.6%. That's the first time we've had a negative PPI reading in a 12-month period ever on record. So that actually means wholesale level inflation is deflationary. That means prices are actually going down. So now that hasn't translated into consumer pricing yet, so we'll have to see if the CPI comes out showing deflationary as well, because wholesale prices don't always get passed down to the consumer. So we'll see if that happens. If that does happen, that would be bad news for the stock market, but good news for the bond market. All right, and we saw retail sales for February 2015, and they dropped 0.6%. That's after a drop in January of 1.1%. So retail sales last 3 months have been negative. That's not good news. Consumers are not opening their wallets, are not spending, which is what you need for a healthy economy. Everyone was saying lower gas pump prices at the gas pump would help consumers open their wallets. It has not happened so far, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Weekly initial jobless claims came out on Thursday, and they actually dropped 36,000 claims to 289,000 claims for the week. That is very erratic behavior in the weekly jobless claims. The previous week we had 325,000 claims, which was the highest level in 10 readings in the last 10 weeks. And then we dropped down 36,000. So we'll have to see what happens this week. This week's very important because it's the week they're going to use for the March jobs report. So if we get a bad claims number, that may lead to a bad jobless report, which could help bond market. If we get a good jobless claims, that could mean that we may get a better than expected jobs report, which would hurt the bond market. So we'll keep you updated on that. And then in housing news, CoreLogic released their national foreclosure report for January 2015, which showed that foreclosures continue to improve as only 559,000 homes were in some form of foreclosure, which is down from 822,000 in January 2014. And then Freddie Mac released its March U.S. Economic and Housing Outlook report for 2015, and it supposed to be the best market for housing, for home sales and new home construction since 2007, with 5.8 million homes expected to be sold. So we're looking for a great housing market this year, so it's a great time to get out there and buy a home. And then USDA Rural Housing has increased their turn times for underwriting. As of Friday, March 13th, they're underwriting files from March 6th. That's a big improvement. They're only about 6-day turn time on reviewing files. So good news there for USDA. And then the local news, the next free first-time homebuyer seminar is Saturday, April 18th in Newark, Delaware at the Christiana Hilton Hotel from 10 a.m. to noon. You can register for that class by giving us a call in the office at 302-703-0727 or register online, www.delawarehomebuyerSeminar.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.